Hi, I'm Kendra Onixxx.
And I'm Gia Ferrari.
And I'm Disasterina.
And you're watching the Boulet Brothers Dragula Season 2, Episode 7. BOUview, mama! We have Miss Disasterina here with us. Thank you so much for being here today with us.
I'm really happy to be here. Very happy.
Thank you so much for being a part of this. Now, I kind of want to talk a little bit. I know you got exterminated last week. I want to know how you feel.
Well, you know, I think everybody who gets exterminated, they go through a cycle of depression and then sort of they rally.
Yes.
You know, for me, it was actually before the episode aired, I had sort of gotten all depressed, but I got through it. And then when I saw the episode, I thought, it's a really good episode. I was really happy with everything. You know, to be on the show is a real privilege.
It is.
I mean, I am extremely happy to have been part of this and to continue to be a part of it because a lot more is going to happen. Every second I was on the set, I loved it. Even the extermination, I had an inner smile. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I know I'm going home.
Yes.
But it's the best. I love it.
You know, and I like that you brought up your extermination scene, because we didn't talk about it in last week's episode. Your extermination scene was one of my favorites this season.
Oh, good.
I love how you had your little kitty heels in the bathtub and your cone titties and...
That was fun. I had such a blast doing that.
Yeah, that death was so good. And then the way like you were laying on the floor and the camera was panning and you
with
looked
that arch
dead. Your eyeball, you didn't blink once. I would have blinked like 500 times. Like, oh no, we got to do it again.
You know, I don't know how I did it, but I just lucked out. I think at that moment, I just took a deep breath and I was able to do it.
Now, I have a question. When you went into the extermination with James and Abora, did you know you were going home? Did you feel you were going home?
You know, it was... The energy wasn't there for me that day, and you can't take a vacation when you're on set.
Not for a second.
Not for a second, not for 10 minutes, not for any amount of time, because you don't turn it to 11 every second you're there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the boot. So the energy was strange for me that entire week, that day, for sure.
I felt like you were
100%,
you were real, you were raw. Like when they asked you how you felt, you were like, I'm fucking pissed. And I could completely relate to that because when I was in the bottom with Victoria, I had the exact same feeling. I was like, there's no way they're gonna choose me over Victoria.
It's a privilege to be on the show. I mean,
huge privilege.
This month I got like 75,000 views on my YouTube.
Yes.
Before the show, I got a total of 3,000 after a year. So, I mean, I got no complaints. Anything I could say, a little nitpicky thing, whatever. And also, an important thing for the fans to know. There's no rules on this show or any reality TV show. People say, oh, this and this should have happened. No. What should have happened is what the producers wanted to happen.
Yep.
They are making a TV show, okay? And they make a decision on what's best for the TV show. Doesn't mean they don't like the queens. Doesn't mean they don't like you or me.
At all.
It just means like, oh, they thought it would be better for the show if it was this way.
Yes.
As a viewer and as a fan of the show, watching you go home, I was like, no! Like, I did not want you to go. I'm such a big fan.
Thank you.
So many people love you. I'm always lurking on the Reddit, on the
YouTube
comments. Always. I'm always on there, and people really, really love you, as do I. And I think you have a big future ahead after this. Dragula has opened a lot of doors, a lot of windows. It's opened a lot of glory holes. You are amazing. I can't wait to see what else you do from here.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you said that. Of course. It feels real good.
So, Disasterina, I'm sure all the fans want to know, and I know Gia wants to know, where did you come up with Disasterina?
I was inspired directly by Drag Race to do drag. I was doing comedy at the time. I was doing my own little YouTube show. And I'm like, it would be ridiculous not to do a drag queen character. So I started one in sort of in the guise of doing like kind of vlogs, sort of like scripted vlogs. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm sort of, I really like the John Waters trashy aesthetic. I want something bizarre and trashy and disastrous. I'm like, oh, disastrous, huh? And I look it up on the internet, and Disasterina.com is available. And I'm like, boop, $15. I mean, I'm very internet centric. So if an URL is available, done deal.
You're gonna take it.
I'm gonna take it. And I took it, and I was shocked that it was available. It was like Disasterella wasn't available, but like, Disasterina, that sounds even better. Save, return, click, mouse click, done. All right, now let us talk about the Boulet brothers look.
Oh, my God.
What do you think? You first. What do you think?
I was gagged at their looks when they came out like in the desert, and they had like these Skeletor faces. Oh my God.
And they had like the strips and the flowy fabric.
Yes, it was perfect for the desert. It was flowing in the wind.
Exactly. They knew. They had to have looked up the weather conditions. It's gonna be windy. Let's put on some chiffon.
And then this week, they actually had also as a special guest judge, they had season 1 Supermonster, Miss Vander Von Odd, and she came out and she was like,
so more dramatic than the Boulets. I didn't think anybody could be more dramatic than the Boulets, but Vander did it.
She looked good. I didn't like her shoes. But other than that, from ankles up, she looked absolutely flawless for me.
She's always done too.
Yeah.
She was my favorite in season 1.
She was definitely my second favorite in season 1. Melissa B. Fierce was my favorite in season 1.
Oh, here you go.
Well, okay, maybe she was my third favorite. Because, I mean, it goes Melissa, melissa she was my fourth.
Oh,
okay. I'm sorry.
Girl, there was like
Vander, you know I love you. I'm sorry. Melissa, Pinche, and Frankie are my girls. They're sisters. They're family. And then it was Vander, you know? Girl, you up there.
Well,
you won, shit. So let's just go ahead and get into this episode. So, what did you think, Disasterina?
I thought this was a very interesting episode. I love the venue. Wasteland Weekend. I'm a long time burner. I go to Burning Man so many times, I can't remember how many times. I was really excited to see the desert environment, the queens out there with the wind, trying to get the makeup on. It was hilarious.
Very much
trying
to get it on.
So this challenge today, they had to do like a kind of post-apocalyptic Mad Max kind of spiel.
End of the world. I'ma steal your baby daddy still challenge.
Yes, it was, you know, a lot of recycled materials. At the end of the world, there's only certain stuff left. So whatever's left, you gotta chop it on up and you gotta put it on yourself and use it and have a look with it. And I love that.
Yeah, so this challenge was going to be split up into 2 episodes.
Spoiler
alert! So this first episode was more about a photo shoot that they had to do in their kind of Mad Max kind of look. For their performance, they were all going to do the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Were they also going to do that for the photo shoot?
That's what I got from the episode. That they all were their 4 horsemen.
Bora was famine.
War.
Victoria was death. James was war, and bitch was pestilence.
Pestilence? Whatever that means. I don't know. I barely passed high school. I don't know.
It's like a disease or something.
Yeah. Oh, let's start with James. James was first, right?
War.
So James, I really liked her a lot. She was a little Neanderthal-y for me. Not like in a bad way, but
like you.
Ooh. Sure, but she reminded me a lot of the movie The Croods, which is a animated movie about Neanderthals. But I really liked her look. She looked good. I liked the little orange tuft of hair that she had just chilling up top. It was very androgynous for me.
It was very boy for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%.
Yes, she looked like a man.
That was the one thing. I mean, the outfit was really beautiful.
I love the skirt with the booty meat hanging out.
Yes, good stuff. And the boots were really, the only identifier that this person is in drag. Otherwise, it was boy. But the outfit itself was exquisite. I thought it was very good.
It was very well made, as James always is, well made. But I lost the drag aspect of Dragula.
It was pushed a little bit too far for me because, You know, Dragula Queen's very androgynous. First day in the set, I remember coming and seeing, you know, people aren't even wearing bras.
Yes.
Like hairy legs, hairy chest. I'm like, what the fuck? This is great.
Yeah.
But I do want a little more feminine. And so that was my only complaint with James's look.
And next we have Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria Black, she was, I personally, she was my favorite of the week. I really liked the yellow and the black. It was very like, you know, nuclear, like a nuclear warning type of makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very biohazard.
It was very good. I really liked the mohawk that she had on. It was, I liked it a lot. Her performance, even her performance just doing the photo shoot, she had like this energy, like, look at me. I enjoyed her quite a bit.
I did too. The shoulder pads with the nails, it looked like it had actual nails from like, you know, hammer and a nail right on the shoulder pads. And the makeup, like the yellow jacket, sort of a wasp thing, is the way I interpreted it. And it was the same on the boots. I really liked that tie-in. I love the mohawk. She did have the lashes on there. My one complaint again is I'm not sure it's enough feminine.
Yes, yes!
I don't know what's the matter with me, but I like to see skirt maybe or something.
Yes.
So some little titties or something, or big titties.
Big job.
Maybe I'm just a prude, but she also really killed it with her performance. All the movements she was doing, she's totally awesome.
This is literally the first time for me that I've seen Victoria with a personality.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, it is. She gave so much energy during the performance, during the photo shoot. It was so good. But once again, it was a boy. I saw Dimitri. I didn't see Victoria.
And once again, I didn't mind that. I think as far as with Victoria, she, to me, looked a little more androgynous than James.
I would agree.
It's still, to me, Victoria's was my favorite of the week. I don't know. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
And so the next on the slate is Bitch Puddin'.
Okay.
I think this was my favorite. When they show her and sort of the white wigs sort of going all over the place, and that sort of like the black cape flowing in the wind. And the thing that got me though was that accessory. In Dragula, you got to have accessories.
Yes.
Not too many, but you have to have at least one accessory. And she had a fucking kick-ass sword.
Yeah.
And she pulled that thing out, and she slayed me with that sword. She fucking slayed me. She looked completely, she was very reminiscent of Tina Turner on Thunderdome.
Oh, yeah.
So I got a lot of big Tina Turner reference from her look.
She hasn't seen it, of course.
I don't know what that means, but Tina
She
Turner.
never sees any movies.
I don't watch movies.
That's okay.
But it's,
well, Wiki is.
I completely 100% agree with you, Disasterina. As soon as I saw Bitch, I knew that was a woman. You know what I mean? I saw them thighs, I saw them titties, that garter belt, which she didn't take off from the wedding. So Bitch was my favorite. The only thing I would have changed from Bitch was that she didn't take her mask off. And at the end of the day, a photo shoot is about the face.
I have mixed feelings about Bitch Puddin' this week. Like, I do agree that she should have taken that mask off. It just completely covered up her face. It was just like, I don't know. It was... Ooh.
Really?
She did show her
That's
eyes at some
insane.
point.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds, and then she went, boop, hi.
The sun was blocking her eyes.
I wasn't the biggest fan of her look this week. I love Bitch Pudding, and she's still my peg to win.
Okay.
But yeah, this week I was a little let down from her. I'm sorry, I really was. Shook it, but yeah, I don't know. It just seemed very covered up. I expected a little more from her, I guess.
Well, I mean, honestly, me being from the military, I know that you need to be covered up so you don't get the radiation fallout. So I got it. I loved it. It was great. You should have won. Well, I don't know who won this challenge, but you need to win, bitch.
It is very Mad Max. It is very Burning Man. It is very desert to have the goggles, to have especially the most recent Mad Max with, you know, the evil one having the whole face with like a skull mask. And that was sort of like the Boulet's look too.
Yes.
So I didn't, that's okay, that's your opinion. I didn't mind the mask.
It's okay, my opinion.
Even though
Your opinion's okay.
Your opinion's okay, even though it's wrong.
Miss Abora, her look, honestly, I keep going back and forth on her. I've watched the episode a few times. I want to say she's still my least favorite look of the week.
I loved Abora this week. I love the classic Abora look, which is a very severe face makeup, completely transformed her face with the long nose. Love the red wig sort of flowing in the wind, and the accessories with the bananas. That was really a good one for me. I like that she had a prop and she was flowing around with it. I would say that she's my number 2 look of the week. I just think she's classic Abora, and when you do classic Abora, you do good. Because that's a fucking kick-ass look.
I actually hated it.
Oh.
I hated it, like 100% of it. I hate the wig. I hate everything about it. Like, there's nothing on it that I like.
Okay, well, why?
I like Abora. I love Abora,
Well,
but I do not like this look
Abora's
at
good.
all.
Exactly what? Just curious. Why exactly?
I felt like her, compared to the other 3, fell short. You know what I mean? And at this point, because I honestly don't think you should have went home.
Well, there's plenty of people who have an opinion, but so what?
But at this point, I feel like she needs to step it up, man. Step it all the way up. She had, what did she have? Death? Famine?
She had famine.
Famine. If I was her, as tall and as skinny as she is, I would have been just with nothing. Because she would have looked like a complete and utter skeleton. And I would have worn some big ass heels, tall, skinny. That would have been so creepy to me. I didn't like it at all, one bit. I didn't like it. She looked awkward during the photo shoot.
It's hard to say. I would.
But once again, that's only my opinion.
That's right. It's all only our opinions. But the one thing that about the show that people out there don't know is what really happens.
Oh, girl.
So this photo shoot.
Oh, girl.
They're showing what they want in the photo shoot. Who knows what they didn't show? So you say her performance was, or her photo shoot was, lackluster, none of energy. I like what she did. Maybe there are other parts that were different. Maybe there's that particular thing that they wanted to show was the prop, her flowing with the prop.
Very true.
So you don't know. And it's hard to sort of just, that's the one little nitpick I have about the show in general. It's hard to really judge.
Because you don't see everything.
Yeah, you don't see everything.
You don't see everything. And I could definitely contest to that. Because there's a lot of shit. Of my shit, you didn't see.
I can't, because I'm just a local queen here trying to do this.
She's just the co-host.
And you're doing so good!
So we see what these girls have done for this photo shoot. What would you guys have done? I really want to know what both of you guys, if you guys had made it this far, what you guys would have brought to this challenge.
I actually drew my inspiration straight from Mad Max, and I had a breastplate made, like the hard breastplate, made out of, it's white and it's pearlized.
Ooh, that's a new word, pearlized.
Pearlized, to look expensive, because it really wasn't. But, and I was gonna have my little mask, because, you know, you want to breathe clean. And this was actually the challenge that I was gonna showcase my fire breathing.
Oh, I didn't know you did know fire
Yes.
breathing. Interesting.
If you see it in a promo, which they didn't show too much of, producers, but I do. I blow fire. So I was gonna do that for this runway, but I never got to do it because I got killed on the 3rd episode.
They did have the idea to make something out of patches of leather. I was going to be a cannibal, and the patches of leather would have tattoos on them. So I was like had killed people, cut their skin up, and their skin with the tattoos was going to be part of my shirt. So didn't get to do that, but that was my.
That sounds really cool.
If I was in this competition, I probably would have been eliminated this episode. Honestly, actually, I probably would have been eliminated first. I would have been the felony dog.
Because she's never even heard of Hellraiser?
Oh, no, I've heard of Hellraiser.
Oh, she's never seen Hellraiser.
I've never seen Hellraiser, Mad Max. All these references that the Boulets do in their opening skits, I don't get any of them. Sorry about it. I don't watch movies. I play video games.
Well, you know, a lot of the video games are based on the movies.
Yeah.
Are you coming for me?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Ooh, sorry.
But I mean, this was one of the challenges that I was looking forward to.
Me too.
Very much so. And I just feel like if all the challenges were reversed, the outcome would have been different.
Knowing what you know now, seeing every week the different challenges, which of those challenges would you have preferred to be, let's say, the first 3 episodes?
Because I'm the pretty girl of the season.
You are very pretty.
I definitely would have wanted to be the Gothic Wedding. I was definitely looking forward to that challenge. I was definitely looking forward to the Cenobite challenge. I wish I would have known what I could have done and what I couldn't have done, because my look would have definitely been different. Because a lot of my look didn't get shown because it's on TV. And I love the Basic Bitch challenge. I would have loved the Mad Max challenge. I absolutely had nothing for the Ghost challenge at all. 100%. I had nothing for the Ghost challenge. I had nothing for the Rock Goddess challenge. So.
Well, I'm curious, what would you have done for the Basic Bitch?
My character was based on Brenda from Scary Movie.
Now, okay, I haven't seen that one, sir.
Oh, she's seen it. It's like, you know, I just think it's so funny to go ethnic with everything. Like, 'cause I'm the only black girl on the season, so why not fucking do it? You know what I mean? So I would have been a hood camp counselor, titties out, thotty as hell, wanting to fuck all the camp members. That's what I would have done. I would have been just over the gig. You know what I'm saying?
So
and I would have killed the killer. I wouldn't have been killed. That's exactly what I would have done.
So the first half is done, so they still have to do their
Floor
performance.
show.
Yeah, is it a group performance? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it's like a group performance, and then whatever their extermination challenge is, and then we're gonna find out who this top 3 is.
I know if Bitch is in charge of the group performance, it's gonna be good.
That's true.
If Victoria's in charge, you're gonna be in the bottom.
Ooh! Girl, Bitch is still my favorite to win. So I agree. Performance-wise, she's one of the best. So I'm really looking forward to the next episode, episode 8. Episode 7, part 2.
Part 2?
What a great lead up. I think it was a great episode.
It's definitely leaving us salivating for more.
Definitely. Salivating.
You know, it sucks to get eliminated, but I'm seeing the personality of the queens more because there's less people on there.
Yeah.
I think that was the early episodes. There's too many people. You can't get a sense of the people, but now you can really do it.
All right, well, thank you again so much, Disasterina, for being here with us this week. We really appreciate you so much.
It was a pleasure. I had so much fun.
You should have been in the top 4, but I mean...
You're not wrong.
It is what it is.
That's what it goes.
But I mean, thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you guys thought of this episode. Who you guys want to be in your top 3. Always leave likes, comments, subscribes.
Even the hate mail we love.
I mean...
I do. I love it.
Sure. But, I mean, you know, share us wherever you want. Grindr, Scruffed,
Christian Mingle.
Yeah, Christian Mingle, wherever. And follow us on Instagram at Miss Gia Ferrari.
At Kendra Onixxx.
Disasterina. But the important thing for me is the YouTube. Go to see my videos.
YouTube.
Subscribe.
Disasterina.
YouTube.com/Disasterina. That's all you need to know.
Subscribe to her. Subscribe to us. And we'll see all of y'all at the part B of this episode, Mama.